Hey guys, welcome back to my channel once again. If you are new, my name is Cheche Okoye, and if you're a time subscriber, hi, welcome back. So still my Australian series. Okay, this video is going to be about things I wish I knew before coming to Australia. Australia is not like really talked about that much in my country. People are always either going to Canada or going to US or going to UK. You barely hear people talk about going to Australia for masters. Okay, I had little to no information about this place. I just knew I wanted somewhere far, somewhere nice. Okay, actually I don't even know what influenced my thoughts, but then in this video I'm going to tell you guys the things I wish I knew before coming to Australia, so you guys can have it in mind if you are planning to come to Australia at any point for your masters. Okay, so yeah, before we continue this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like this video, and keep on watching. So I'm going to talk about the most popular thing that people always talk about: dangerous animals in Australia, like snakes and spiders and all that. Yeah, and at the same time, because yeah, that's one thing that like got me afraid before coming. There's so much snakes, there's spiders and everything. But honestly, I've been here for like over a year and I have not seen any. Okay, so I realized, I was speaking to somebody, I realized that it's not in the, I mean, you can find it where people live, but my area where I lived before, where I'm living now, there's like trees and all that, but I've not seen any. Okay, so lucky me. So someone told me you don't usually see often in the residential area, so I guess that's it, because I really have not seen. I mean, I'm scared, okay, but I've not seen, maybe because I'm scared I've not seen anyone. But yeah, yeah, there are dangerous animals and there are snakes and all that. I don't think you see often in residential areas. It happens, no doubt, but not as often as people talk about it. You know, before coming, you know, people always tell you, oh my god, there will be snakes in front of your door, snakes in your room, spider in your toilet, spider in your room. I've not seen any. Okay, lucky me, but I've not. So yeah, moving on to the next one. It's about driver's license. If you have not seen it, I talked about driver's license. I talked about how important it is to get a license. Okay, I didn't know this before coming to Australia. I didn't know how important driving and driver's license is. I was just lucky I had driver's license, but I didn't know how important it was, because if you don't have your license, if you can't drive, you're going to have a very serious issue in this country. Say for instance, going to my workplace, before I started driving, if I got a car, going from my house to my workplace with the bus, because there was no train going towards that direction, so with the bus it was an hour, guys, an hour, and I have to use like 2 buses, and it was an hour trip and all that. But then when I got a car, guess what, 11 minutes drive. And I was like, what? I mean, you mean all this while I've been going to work an hour early when I could just drive 11 minutes? That's weird. Somewhere that will take you 10 minutes to drive to, if you use the train or if you use the bus, just give yourself about an hour. Okay, it's a very crazy ass landmass, and there are places the bus doesn't go. And also when you're working and you need to be there early, like morning shifts, you might not see buses at that time. If you do night shifts like me and you finish around 3 like me, you're not seeing bus, you're not seeing train, you're not seeing anything until like 5. So what are you going to do? Use Uber, which I was using, but then think about your savings. You can't use Uber every day when you finish from work. It's going to drain you. I mean, how much are you even saving and making that will make you spend on Uber every day? So driver's license, I didn't know this. I didn't know how important it was. Get a driver's license, learn how to drive. That's number 2. Alright guys, so another thing that I didn't know before coming here was that you pay your house rent weekly. Okay, so if you're coming from Nigeria or some places, I guess, you pay your house rent yearly, and that's the way it has been. Some people even pay for like 2 years, but here you pay your house rent weekly. I pay my house rent every 2 weeks, but it's calculated weekly. Nobody's going to take your money for 1 year or 6 months. I mean, I don't know, I'm not sure. I've asked all my friends, it's 2 weeks or 1 week. Okay, and then when it comes to paying rent, when you get like a place, there's something called bond that you have to pay. Okay, I didn't know about that. And bond is usually like your 2 weeks rent together. That's not even like your rent. So let's say you find a place, you pay bond and then you pay rent, and I think the bond is for like You pay to the landlord in case you spoil something or like you destroy the property, they'll get like, you know, take the money. But if you are moving out, okay, and the house is sparkling clean, the way you left it, the way you saw it when you came in, they give you back your bond. Okay, where I was living before, they gave me back my bond because I didn't spoil anything. Okay, so some people take like some bonds are like your 1 month's rent as a bond, some are like 2 weeks as a bond. So let's say you pay 200 weekly as a rent, your bond is going to be 400. Okay, yeah, if it's 2 weeks, if that's what your landlord wants. If it's like 4 weeks, it's like 200 times 4. So you get what I mean? So you pay bond and then you pay rent. Yeah, I mean, it sounds insane because how am I supposed to pay 200 every week? Are you crazy? No. Since they pay you your salary every week, some people every fortnight, it depends. So you can't be able to pay your rent every week because you get your salary every week. I get my salary every week. I pay my rent every 2 weeks. So it's like amazing. Okay, yeah, so that's it about your rent and your bond and your weekly rent. So in the topic of money, okay, one mistake that I made, or something I always did, was was always converting my money to naira. Okay, trust me, you don't want to do that. Let me tell you the truth, because you're going to starve. If you do that, you are going to starve. I know when I came here, when I go to get something from the mall, I'm like, oh, how am I going to buy these slippers for like, oh my god, 50 bucks? Oh hell no, because then I've already done the math in my head 50 times whatever the exchange rate is, and I'm like, no, that is not happening. Yeah, that is happening. That is happening. So just don't convert the AUD to like I know where you're coming, you know. Before I came, when I saw how the rent rates, and I saw that, oh my god, rents are like 200 every week, and then I'm like, 200 times, oh, this is what I'm going to pay. Oh my god, I don't even live in Lekki. Oh my god, blah blah blah. Yeah, it was crazy. I was like, how am I supposed to pay my rent? This is too expensive. But when you come here, it's a whole different conversation. Okay, so your rent weekly, you will definitely make your rent in a week and still have extra cash on top of that. Okay, it's not as scary as it sounds before you come. It's actually like not scary. It's really not scary because you're checking 200 every week. I'm using 200 for like example. You're checking 200 every week when you're still in Nigeria or your country, so you're like multiplying it by the exchange rate, and it's like, oh, I can't afford this. Yeah, you can, because whatever you get, if you work really hard, if you are really hardworking, and your weekly salary should be able to cover your weekly rent and still give you like a lot of money on top of that. Speaking from my own point of view, okay, it's supposed to cover, it covers my weekly rent, and I still have like a lot to still save. So it's not as scary as it seemed when I was coming. Honestly, I freaked out, but it wasn't that scary. So just don't be thinking of converting your money to naira. Don't be thinking it at all. It's going to make you feel miserable. Okay, just worry about the expenses you're going to make before coming. When you come, honestly, things will sort themselves out. Okay, now let's talk about first name, addressing people with their first name. So I'm from Nigeria, so I'm going to use Nigeria as an example. Okay, in Nigeria, you don't call people by their first name. If your lecturer's name is, let's say, if your lecturer's name is Richard Okafor, for instance, you know, you say Mr. Richard, or like Prof Richard, or Dr. Richard, or like Dr. Okafor, sorry, you say Dr. Okafor, or like Professor Okafor, or like Mr. Okafor. You don't say Richard. Yeah, it's different. Okay, I remember the first day I went to school and my lecturer's name was Terry and her surname, and I was gonna ask question in class. I'm like, hi Mrs. Terry, and they're like, and I'm like, yeah, you don't do that. Okay, you call people by their first name. Just say, Terry, I have a question. For instance, just Richard, I have a question. So people are addressed by their first name in Australia. That's weird. That's like the #1 cultural shock that I got, because I'm like, yo, it still doesn't feel alright to me as far as I'm concerned. Like, I barely even speak to anybody because I might like call you sir or ma. It's just, it doesn't seem right. Okay, coming from where I came from, okay, it just doesn't seem right. But yeah, if you're going to address people here, anybody, no matter the height, superior, whoever it is, your manager, your boss, your lecturer, your professor, whoever it is, you address them with their first name. There's no ma, no sir, no excuse me sis, and all those things. No, just call them Terry, call them Richard, just the first name, and everybody's cool with you. If you try to call them, add all those titles to their name, I'm sorry, people are going to look at you like you're weird. Okay, so number 2 cultural shock that I got was greeting, because usually, okay, it's a good thing. You wake up in the morning, hey, good morning, good afternoon sir, good evening sir. It's normal. But then I came here and I greeted somebody good morning, and they're like, and I'm like, replying me, and I was ignored. I felt bad, but then I realized that greeting is not as compulsory as it is in Nigeria. Okay, do people greet here? Of course, but it's not compulsory. You can just wake up in the morning and say hi to like an elderly person. The person is going to be, hi, how are you doing? Fine, great. People move on with their life. Okay, people don't dwell on you greeting them and bowing and kneeling. It's good. No, it's more like when I go back to Nigeria, I can do all that. But here, it's a whole different conversation. Okay, the amount of people that have ignored me in this place when I'm just trying to be a nice, homely girl. Good morning. I'm a nice girl. Yeah. Okay. And I'm ignored, and it hurts my feelings. But then I realized that nah. And then when I try to tell those people hi, and they're like, hi, how are you? And I'm like, okay. So yeah, the cultural shock was crazy. First name, come on, greeting, come on, it's a Nigerian thing to greet. So yeah, I didn't know this before coming. People will barely respond to your good morning, but they will definitely respond to your hi and hello and how are you doing. Okay, so the last one, and this is like a very funny one, is the curse word. I'm going to leave them here so that I can't say them before they demonetize this video, okay? Because YouTube is listening. Alright, so these words are like common words, okay? It's a curse word in most places, but here it's a normal word. I go to school and my lecturer is like, don't come, all that stuff, and I'm like, yo, we are in class, you're our lecturer, isn't that, it's not appropriate. No, it is appropriate. It's a normal word. It's like a normal word in the dictionary that everybody uses, and it's not seen as bad. Okay, but my professor told us one thing in class. He said, don't curse people with those words. Don't tell somebody you are stupid, but you can say, I had stupid day. You can tell yourself that. You can say when you're referring to like yourself, or like just do like a general conversation, but don't insult people with the word. Okay, that's what he said, and I'm like, okay, point taken. Number 3 cultural shock. Yeah, so that's it for this video. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. That was weird all throughout this video. Okay. But I hope I passed the information that was necessary. I hope I did. And I hope you guys enjoy watching this video. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And I see all my new subscribers, and I love all of you so much. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.